That is
Meanwhile, I didn't even fucking drink until I was maybe 19. I had my first drink.
That's one of my favorite things whenever like speaking to Americans, because like Americans' version of underage drinking is like at 19, and that is fucking laughable to the rest of the world. Like our version of underage drinking is like 12. Like I didn't start drinking booze until I was about 14 or 15. But like I know, like my girlfriend, she was like, I had my first drink when I was 11, and I'm like, fucking, our kids are screwed. But then you get to Americans, they're like, yeah, I'm fucking 18 years old. I got a couple of cans in the back. You're like, buddy, you're a fucking adult. Like, what? I don't think you're cool. Like, that's just so sad. I underage drink at 20. Oh, okay, baller.
See, but you say that, like, for me, the idea of a 14-year-old drinking, it's ingrained. It seems like the most insane thing in the world, but it's likely happening. But that's a lot of stuff in America. We're like, that would be the most crazy thing, and it actively is happening.
No, man, it really teaches. I mean, I know it doesn't seem like it because I've told you how much I drink on stage and whatnot, but it teaches you about your limits and control. So in France, from the age of like 13, kids are given like a small glass of wine with a meal. And it's just that. Like when I was growing up in Scotland, if it was New Year or like Hogmanay, which is Scottish New Year, it's the same time, we just gave it a different name because we like being fucking different. And my parents would be like, you're allowed one. You're allowed one like alco pop thing, and I would and it would be so excited. That was your one, and then you get to like 14, and occasionally, if mom and dad had friends around and they were all drinking, you'd be like, can I get another one? They go, you're allowed one, and then it slowly increases your thing, but it teaches you to respect alcohol. Because I feel like in America, like you're not allowed to do it from so young, and that's why kids go so fucking hard on it. So like they get to 21 and they go, now's the time I get to do it, and that's their first drink. They haven't practiced, they don't know anything, and because they've been waiting for it for so long, because it's been built up, they go way too hard. That's why college and fucking frat parties go beyond mental. And this isn't to say, look, there's deep alcoholic problems in the UK and stuff, and this might not be the best advice in the world, but I really, really find that it's that thing of teaching kids to respect it, going, hey, look, this can be really fucking dangerous, but to say that you shouldn't do it, I'm not going to make it this forbidden fruit, because then you're just going to find other ways to do it. My mum and dad were always like, we'll buy you booze if you and your friends want to drink, but we will decide how much, what booze, and as long as you're doing it, like, not necessarily under our roof, because we don't want to hear you finger each other, but like if you want to go down, do it at the beach or whatever. So much of like Scottish teenage years is, at least where I grew up in Fife, was Friday after school, finding any adult that would buy you like a 3-liter bottle of cider called White Lightning, and it was fucking horrific, man. 3-liter bottle, cheap, like equivalent like $5 for this thing, and you drink like 20% of it, and then you'd fill it up with like blackcurrant cordial, and you'd all just fucking pass around. You get a fire going on the beach, and you were left pretty much alone, because they're like, right, where are all the teenagers? They're down on the beach being teenagers. You go, all right, as long as they're not destroying the fucking city, as long as they're not being arseholes, as long as they're doing it right beside the open ocean, then we'll just lose some to natural selection, but that happens. The wolves might get them. It's the world we live in.
I can't. I constantly go back and I think, like, if I had that access, would I be that much of a different person? Because also, you saying that doesn't sell me on it being a great idea, because you're like, I love booze, and I'm like, well, maybe it's because you started drinking when you were 14.
No. My love of booze is just me being me. I should bring all my other friends who aren't alcoholics in, who also started drinking at 13. They're like, we've got self-control.
For me, it was like, it was this. I remember being like 16 and shaming my friend because he drank 3 beers at a party. And I was like, bro, I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't know you, man. Like, why do you feel like you were like I was this fucking after school special of a just buzzkill. And I'm just
See,
like,
I was opposite. So I used to try and hide it from my parents for like no reason. Like they were very
even though they
explicit.
were okay, you were like,
Yeah. Oh man. So like it was Friday night, and I go home. They're like, "Where you going tonight?" I'd be like, I'm just going to my friend Alistair's house," and they're like, Do you want us to buy you booze?" And I'm like, "No, I don't drink booze. No, no, no." And they're like, If you want us to buy you booze, we'll buy you booze." I'm like, "No." I get my friends to buy me booze, and then I'm drunk. I come back hungover the next day, or I'd come back drunk. And you know that way when you've got the drunken confidence of a teenager, like, I know how to act sober. Like, I know. My parents, I always have full-blown conversations with my parents at 1 a.m. They're not going to know anything's up. Just
are you,
walking into your house. "Hi, Mom and Dad. Look, I love you both so much. Have you been drinking?" "No." "Well, I'm offended that you would think I was. We can smell it on your breath. You smell like fucking lemonade."
being able to hide it though is like it's an important skill. I didn't have it early on because I never did anything, but if I'm at a hotel and I'm ordering room service, I'll go from slurring to, "Hi, yeah, I'd like a dinner for two," but yeah,